Nicht mal Maxpax. Okay, not even Maxpax playing today because everyone's traveling. But hey, why is Maxpax not playing? Doesn't make any sense. It's so funny. He could probably easily win this. I mean, seed number 1 is special and he's not gonna show up. So it's like his most feared opponent is already out of the game. Let's get right into this. Best of 3. Epic against not Soulkey, but Threepoint. I'm gonna fix this in a second. In the top left we have Epic on side Delta, and at the bottom right it's gonna be not Soulkey, but Threepoint. And let me just move there a little bit of a box so you can, and with the actual name, gonna be, I think this is how he pronounces himself. 3point. Okay. Need to make sure that it's actually, it's a little bit weird located, huh? A bit more in. There we go. Okay. So there we go. Epic is a very solid Terran player from NA, and I'm pretty sure he's still playing for Psystorm, as you can see. Psystorm Gaming. And he's actually really good. Like, he almost beat Dark 2 weeks ago in one of the maps he played. Yeah. So he's extremely strong. And Threepoint, well, he's a little bit of a cheesy guy usually, especially if he thinks his opponent is better. And I actually haven't seen too many macro games from this man. So I'm a little bit curious to see if he thinks he's better than Epic. He should probably be at around the same level, I'd figure. But if he thinks he's better, then he might just go into a macro game or a standard game from here. So, and I've never seen his style really. I'm curious, is he like a muter guy? Does he prefer roach builds? Or is he just a Lingbane Hydra dude, you know? A lot of style differences. Does he love to push creep very aggressively? Or is he super defensive if he goes into a regular game? Okay, Epic is gonna open up with an SCV scout after his regular, very, very standard expansion after the Reaper. Just gonna scout a normal hedge. Normal timing. We have 1 on gas, which is a little bit different. So the speed is gonna be delayed, if it's gonna be speed at all. We're gonna see. This will get you your 3rd hatchery a tiny bit quicker, because you're gonna have a little bit of surplus on minerals, of course. Can you get a drone? Actually, yeah, nice. Manages to snag a drone here, a Ling, a 2nd drone. That's on a bad rally down there. Oh, almost. Gets cancelled at least from a spawn, which is also a little bit of minerals. And he can come back in and snipe the drone. Very nice done here by Epic. Threepoint actually messing up a little bit there. Yeah, two drone kills and 1 Link kill for the first Reaper. And it's only gonna stay at 1. That's basically the jackpot there. We're gonna get speed here, Link speed from Threepoint. So it's just gonna be a delayed speed with a little bit quicker 3rd hatchery. That's his optimization basically, but in the end it didn't really work out because he lost 2 drones, which is probably, well, I mean, he wouldn't have had speed anyways, but in, you know, I guess his a little bit mineral heavy opening is just gonna even out the lost drones a little bit better. Yeah, losing 2 of his creep tumors here in the front. At least he has 1 more. But things are going already very good here for Epic, and it feels like he's just a tiny bit ahead on every step both of these players are taking right now. Back at home, just gonna go into Hellion Banshee here, gonna get a Stim add-on, basically a tech lab into Stim, I'd figure, just in a second. Just in a second. It's gonna go actually for a 3rd CC first here and finish his wall off. Then we're gonna go into the Stim, so very safe approach and very economic focused from Epic. And I figure one of his options would be an Atrax, which he is actually really excelling at behind his 3rd base, basically. We're gonna need to see some extra barracks, like a couple more barracks and a couple engineering base there in just a moment, and you can already see the barracks are going up. Threepoint is going into some spore crawlers for Banshee. Sorry, excuse me, for Banshee defense. So he should be safe against any of those cloaked guys trying to harass his drones. At least he has the potential to completely deflect those. And we're gonna see some more drones going down there actually to the Hellions. They snagged one more transferring. The Reaper trying to scout attack, but hey, there is only an Evo chamber, or a double evolution chamber here, which has been spotted, by the way. Yeah. So Epic has seen this, if you take a look over here. But he's kind of missing, hey, what's the attack actually? And not sulky, but Threepoint is actually delaying his attack a little bit and is going to run down a Roach Warren with Burrow, which is very interesting. The Burrow is kind of cool. You can use it against harassment, of course, especially from like Banshees. You can just borrow this part of the economy and then those drones are safe. Now, he's gonna lose some. He's actually a little bit low on the slow on the drone pool there. Banshees trying to rotate to the south here and get pushed away by the queens, but not before dropping another couple drones. Very nice harassment so far. He's just gonna drive by with the Hellions. 5 Hellions going into the main base. 2 Banshees also gonna hit the queen from above, and the Hellions are gonna try to get a good angle here on these Lynx. Actually, amazing angle there for the Hellions. Lynx completely stacking up, eating so much damage, and driving them into the drones might be a little bit overkill, but we still have 1 Banshee alive here. 1 got picked off by the queens. Still 13 drones have died, which is an amazing trade here for Epic. He lost basically his map presence, but he still has 1 Banshee alive, which is kind of enough. To be honest, you can still basically roam the creep outskirts if you want to. And he has his tank, Medivac, Marine, follow up. The group is there. It's not a full 16 drop, but it's almost. What, 14 Marines? That's enough to put pressure on. And on the other side, we just have like, what, 5 Lynx, 2 Roaches. We've got a couple more Roaches in production, but this might be actually very, very tough for... I keep reading his name, Sulky, man. He's like such a bait. 10 Overlords, oh boy. Hello, Eliza. That's also 10 Lava, that's so much, oh my god. So Threepoint definitely flustered here. Gonna go into some Ravagers and 13 more Roaches. Roach speed and +1 both are about to finish, and we still have not seen any... Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. The double upgrades here for Epic are already finished, but we haven't seen any follow-up on that one. The +2 is a little bit late here. Finally gonna start that one. +2 weapons. And going into 4th base, so it's not gonna be an 8-Rex. Epic also just go into a macro game, trying to control the map and outpace your opponent. Overrun him with a 2-2 bio-tank push, for example, if possible. Or maybe just outscale him into the late game. So far just clearing a little bit of creep, and Threepoint is kind of stabilizing. I mean, it's rather easy to stabilize with Roach Ravager, is it? You are less volatile than Link Bane, for example. You don't rely on Bane explosions. You have a lot of beefy units, and your supply is very big, but it's kind of weak. Well, we're gonna see an attack now, and this is gonna be reinforced with Lynx only, it seems. We only have +1/+1, and it feels like a little bit all in. We are on 67 drone space, no additional tech coming whatsoever behind all of this. And it's just gonna be a huge +1 Roach timing here. Or 1-1 Roach timing, and trying to overrun our Terran. What do we have at home? Hey, our Terran is set up pretty nice. 100 army supply. Tons of tanks. Actually, unsieging the tanks maybe just in the worst moment. A little bit of a timing mistake here from Epic. And Threepoint just coming into the perfect moment there. All those tanks, they could have shot like 2 times if they were sieged at that point. Still though, it feels like maybe Epic has enough to hold down the fort here. He's gonna lose a lot of SCVs, but he's gonna trade all of the army here from Threepoint. And behind of that, it is only Roaches and Lynx coming. And on the side of Epic, we're almost about to see 2-2 here. finish in just a couple of seconds. That was a very successful attack though, I have to say. Most of the economy at the third got destroyed. The fourth base is up though. And we only have 4 bases here as well for Soulkey. Sorry. There we go. I got baited. For 3-point. Nice to see you all in the chat here already, guys. I hope you're gonna enjoy tonight. We're gonna have a very special cup, I feel. And I hope we're gonna see some action-packed games and very competitive games. Well, for now, I think 3-point is gonna defend this one and push this back. There's so many medivacs actually. I haven't really noticed this, but it's like 10 medivacs and what, 20 marines or something. So there's so much so much healing power for the Bioforce. But actually, this is a big drop, and this small pack of roaches is not gonna be enough. There's so many units underneath those medivacs, and they have so much healing power. They can just simply gun down every drone here in the main base. That's a lot of damage that's gonna happen there. On the other side, though, we have the big counter attack. It's also gonna kill basically all of the SCVs at the third again. Trying to come in here again, but holding the ramp might just be too strong here. From Epic, he can basically just hold the ramp and kill everything on top. 3-point tried to come in with any kind of reinforcing roaches, but being here in between those hatcheries is really powerful, and all of these medivacs, they're just healing so much. Oh my god, every queen is just gonna go and fall here. Every of these roaches is just about to die. And on the other side, we see the planetary is kind of still holding here for just for a moment. Well, 3-point is fighting a planetary right now and just losing everything at home. GG Epic, taking game number 1. Amazing game here from Epic, very well played. That escalated very quickly there, by the way. Well, it was some good plays, I think, from Epic specifically. He really showed that he might just be the better player. And on the other side, we almost had a very lucky timing there for 3-point, actually. He almost makes it happen with his push. Still though, it feels that... excuse me there for a second. Still though, it feels like all of the early pressure, all of those drone sniping that occurred, really delayed 3-point's push timing there. So, I mean, Epic had easily enough to hold it, but it was just an unfortunate timing mistake there, or, well, an unforced error, I guess. That he just unsieged all of his tanks before moving out or scouting with a marine ahead, and he didn't have a sensor tower, right? So he couldn't see any of those roaches coming in at that second. And wasn't aware of the movement there. If he had those tanks sieged up, he even wins more handedly in that third base fight. Alright. Going to map number 2. Let me just adjust the name, but I think we're cool with the names. So it's in the top left again. Epic playing for Psystorm Gaming, and in the bottom right we have 3-point faking as Soulkey there. And let's see if he's gonna go for some super weird cheese this time. But it feels like it's easier for him to play against Zerg or Protoss, just because those are a little bit more volatile in early games than Terrans in general. If the Terran specifically goes for the Reaper Expand and Hellion Banshees, they're just so solid, it feels, right? No, Epic pushing this as his 4th location, it seems. Just checking out where he's positioning his camera there. Oceanborn. Very common map. There we go. A little bit different style here. We're gonna go for a gas pool into hatchery. So he's gonna have some early link speed access if he wants to. He could do a Baneling bust, but I'm not gonna... Oh, let's see, actually. Well, he could do a Baneling bust. I'm not gonna expect one, though. But that's an option. And yeah, we're gonna see the second base just behind. Let's see, I'm a little bit curious if it's gonna just be link speed, if he's gonna throw down a Bane nest and keep 2 on gas. And what his actual plans are here. if it's just gonna be the 4 links to try and snipe the SCV. Well, he is committing a lot to gas, early gas. So it should be at least speed, and then... yeah, there we go. And then we're gonna see, we're gonna keep on gas for now. So yeah, this might be just a Banelink bust. A little bit curious. And we're gonna have an SCV scout, that's very nice. So Epic is gonna see, I mean, he did an SCV scout last game as well. He's gonna see, hey, this is an off timing. Oh, you already have links. Let me check if you are mining gas. There's the first gas, and he sees, hey, 3 drones on gas. Perfect scout here for Epic. And there we go, Banelink nest. Actually, yes, so it's gonna be a Banelink bust attempt here. And, well, Epic already has committed his DC on the low ground. He's gonna keep the Reaper at home. And the Overlord sees everything. We're gonna get reactor Hellions, and I hope like a bunker on the high ground around here or here. Cover basically the high ground. We're gonna even get a Marine here, not building any... oh yeah, actually we're building an add-on right now, but a Marine after or before the add-on basically. And there's already so many links, he needs to be a little bit careful. Can't get baited by this Overlord. And if he loses his Reaper, this is actually not really the start you're looking for. Epic. Let's see though, I mean, this is also not the start that Threepoint was looking for. And well, there we go, speed is done, and he's gonna lose the Reaper, trying to move the links away, lure them away from his base, but Threepoint just committing 3 links there. Wow, Epic trying to defend on the low ground. I think he's underestimating or maybe misreading this a little bit. He doesn't really know that this is a Banelink bust. Just because he didn't see a Banelink nest doesn't mean he scouted the gas. He's gonna see the Banes now, and now he's like, oh my shite, I should have done this on the high ground. This is basically done down here. So you need to, well, he can commit some of the HP from his CC down here. But having so many supplies on the low ground, I think Threepoint just has done this. He still has a couple Banes here, which are gonna blow up on these SCVs. Oh, that was actually not the connection you're looking for, but yeah, he's killing so many units right now. He's just producing more and more links behind us. There's even one more Bane link trying to come in here, going into the SCVs. Oh my god, the Bane flank from the morphing one. And there's one Cyclone, which is not gonna be enough. GG Epic just... with a with the misread there. Yes. Threepoint completely out mind gaming. Epic totally misreading the situation there, and definitely making some mistakes. He needed basically a second layer wall on his high ground, and yeah. Then he would have been safe, basically. Oh, Special is actually online, so I'm curious if he's actually gonna play tonight. This might happen. See where this is gonna end, though. I kind of expect Epic to win here, but as you can see, is if he misreads once, this guy, Threepoint, he's really, really dangerous. If you like miscalculate one time, man. Okay, then it's 1-1, you know. Top right of Solaris, we have Epic. Bottom left, it is faking, Sulky, 3-point. I mean, he can name himself now Sulky. Sulky is only playing Brood War. You guys know this. What are we gonna see this time? Maybe like a Roach rush could be an option, but it feels the Roach pushes are extremely weaker since the Cyclone change. I'm not really sure if that's actually an option you want to try here. Because it feels like if it doesn't surprise... Okay, this is a little bit curious. A little bit... Oh no, it's actually just a standard drone. For some reason in my head I was just like, hey, this is a little bit early, isn't it? But no, it's okay. It's fine. You can get one more drone before, but you can also just play it like this. Relatively standard. Okay, and Epic seems to be his beloved build. Just a Reap Expand into Banshee Hellion. Be very safe. Unless you get Baneling busted, in which you scout and still don't read correctly, then you're in a lot of trouble. See where we go here. Epic again with an SCV scout, so... Well, he's not gonna see anything really this time though, because there is just a very regular opening for Threepoint at the moment. And it doesn't seem that there's any Bane bust or any shenanigans coming, for now at least. We're gonna see if he keeps on gas or if he does anything else. Well, it feels like his drone is out a little bit late. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just misinterpreting things here a bit. Okay. Gonna go into link speed. Since he made 2 queens, there's no super early lair. And the drone is actually on position here. Oh, it's Witcheroo from Epic actually, who is going into a Marine expand this time. He's just gonna have a reactor here after his Marine. The Marine is gonna stay at home. If any links come in, he can keep the wall. Oh, sorry. Why did I not see the Reaper? He already has 2 links killed as well. I don't know, man. I'm so sorry. I'm awake for like too long already. My son woke me up at like 6 AM this morning. It's 9:30 now. Usually I sleep until like 8 or something. Okay, Hellion Banshee. Complete normal stuff. The other side. Well, are we gonna see something new now? Early Roach Warren. 2 base muta is not an option, but 3 base muta, for example. You can go Hive. Oh, sorry, not Hive. You can go Lair and Proxy Aspire on the map. If you really want to hide what you're doing and surprise. But it still might not matter because the travel distance and the Terrans are gonna have turrets at least, and they're making Marines anyway, so it's not like Brood War mutas, right? Wow. That Ling was fast. I think Threepoint doesn't really know anything else from this one Overlord actually. He has another one in position to scout if he wants to, but he's just gonna sneak in a Ling now. He sees the 3rd CC, he still has the Ling down there. That's a really good scout for him. Leia's finished. Okay, show me what you got. No additional gases till this point, so I'm not assuming any muta plays. And there we go, yeah. It's not too gas intensive, it's a Nidus worm. But this might just get scouted here. So, is this a Ling Queen Nidus? Which seems the case. There is no additional tech here, no Roach Warren. But I feel like without a Roach Warren, it feels like a little bit weak against Hellion Banshee, doesn't it? I mean, the Hellions are just gonna kill the Lings. There's so many Hellions. He has like 8 Hellions or something. And he has 2 Banshees, which will have Cloak, which already have Cloak. And let's see, this also is in position, this is already scouted. They are already units committing to this area. We are gonna have the Queens in front, so they can actually pop out and transfuse the Nidus. We need to transfuse, there we go. Yeah. And then he's just gonna spill out with Lings. The Hellions are a little bit out of position. The wall was lowered, so everything kind of just went into the 3rd base area there. And finally we're gonna have the attempted retake of the main base. We're gonna get a couple Cyclones. We have a Marauder. Let's see if we can do this here as Epic. We need to cloak these Banshees here, Epic. There we go. Okay, there's one Overseer in position. Gonna help. This is kind of funny though. I think this might have been actually a misclick here. from Threepoint. And he's gonna lose so many links down there. But while this all is going on, there was nothing to repair this wall, so a lot of links actually just run into the second base, and a ton of SCVs are going down here. Banshees are about to fall as well. First one gets picked off here, second one gets barely away. But the Hellions are still doing so much work. But I have to say, losing 50 SCVs, I think this is not the way to go here. The Queens are still holding strong in the main base and on the production. Yeah, well, Threepoint is transitioning into a couple more drones. He's building more Queens, he's building more Zerglings. GG, there we go. So Threepoint is gonna take the series actually 2-1 after a very strong game number 1 from Epic.